Hello, Joanne here again. It's Monday, September 23rd, and I'm keeping my word by coming on every Monday evening and sharing some content. So I am reverting to some basic tools for now as I get set up, as I just relaunched or reinitiated this channel last week. I use my ability to go live in the YouTube studio, and today I'm using Zoom to record this video, and then I upload it to YouTube, and just to show all of you how simple it can be to get started. So both of these things are completely free. So that being said, I am looking for feedback from you as to what time would you prefer me to consistently come on live on Monday. I will upload videos, but I'll also be coming on live, and I'm thinking anytime after 9. I am a working mom still, and so I would be coming on later in the evening. So I'm thinking anything after 9 and no later than 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what time would you like to see me consistently going live? Should it be 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m., 10 p.m., or at latest 10:30 p.m.? Please vote by commenting in the chat below so I can get your feedback. So today, I want to talk and review the opportunities that we have as Canadians to reduce our costs for banking. Now, I've seen a lot of videos done on this on YouTube, and I think it's really important to compare apples with apples. So my focus is going to be on comparing checking accounts. I've seen people, for example, compare the PC account, which is supposed to be a checking account, with Wealth which is more of a savings account vehicle. And just to kind of add a little bit more texture, I actually primarily bank with PC Financial. I absolutely love them, and they're going to be one of the banks that I review today. And I also have an account with Wealthsimple where I've started to transfer my excess cash to Wealthsimple to to capture that high interest savings account. I still also have an account with one of the mainstream banks. I actually have accounts with two of the mainstream banks. I bank with TD. I've banked with TD since I immigrated to Canada. It was the first bank that I ever banked with, and I've maintained my banking history with them. But I actually do not have a checking account or a savings account with them. What I do have is a really small unsecured line of credit that works like a checking account. So I still avoid fees there. And once my account balance in my line of credit is positive, i.e., they actually owe me money, I don't owe them money, then I also avoid interest. And with CIBC, that's the second mainstream bank that I have a account with. And in the case of CIBC, I hold my credit card with them. I only have one credit card, and it's with CIBC. And I just thought for ease, it would be good for me to have an actual checking or a savings account with them. When I initiated that account, I had a CIBC credit card with them a long time ago, and then I closed it, and then I reopened it maybe a couple years back now. And along with that, I opened up a savings account and a checking account. I ended up not using the savings account so much, and it got inactive. But I've used the checking account a lot, and I still maintain it. And with CIBC, with the checking account I have, I think it's called their Smart Saver or Smart Checking account. I forget exactly the title. But once I maintain a bank balance of $4,000 or more, they waive their transaction fees. And so I have access to checks. I have access actually through that checking account as well, free e-transfers. And so that's how I've structured my banking. So that being said, I want to focus on, as I said, checking accounts and comparing checking accounts to show you how the virtual banks really have some good options that can save you tons of money if you are still banking with a traditional bank for your checking account. And if you still believe you want to maintain a relationship with some of these mainstream banks, I would encourage you, for example, to do like what I did with TD, where I have a very small unsecured line of credit and I keep the balance at zero or positive for the most part. I am human. And I get, they do charge me for e-transfer, so I do not do e-transfers on that line of credit, but I actually get free checks on that line of credit. And I maintain my banking history and my credit history with TD by still having that account open with them. All right, so I want to share my screen to walk you through the four banks that I would like to review with you today. So, as I said, spoiler alert and full disclaimer, I love and I currently bank with PC. I have looked at most of these banks that I'm going to be reviewing with you, and they are very similar to PC in terms of, again, no fee banking, free e-transfers and whatnot. But because I don't know them as well, I thought it'd be best to kind of walk through the content on their sites. And if you bank with any of these banks that I'm going to be reviewing, I encourage you to comment in on the video to let me know what you really like about banking with them. So the first one that I am going to review is actually going to be Tangerine. Many years ago, actually, I did open up an account with Tangerine. And one of the benefits that I really want to encourage you is that when you are looking to open up accounts with these online banks, I would encourage you to Google and search for sign up offers, be it on a website or on YouTube videos, and take advantage of that. So a couple years ago, midway through my separation slash divorce journey, I was super tight on cash, and there were all these banks that were giving away all these offers that if you open up accounts with them, they'll give you $300 or X dollars or whatnot. And I said, well, that's free money. And so I opened up an account with TD and met all their criteria. And I think they gave me $300. I opened up an account with Tangerine and met all their criteria and they gave me X $100. So anyway, I just want to encourage you that if you are looking to switch to any of these virtual banks, Google. I am not banking with Tangerine, so I am not able to share any particular offer with you. But Google, you could find it on websites or on another YouTube video by another content creator and take advantage of those referral codes or those opening offers if they're actually embedded in the site. So the first account I want to review is the Tangerine no fee daily checking account. So as you can see, it's a checking account, so it does not offer high interest, but it does offer no fees on daily transactions. And what does that mean in terms of daily transactions? You can see it has like a little symbol beside the no fees, and that usually means that if you scroll down far enough, they will explain to you exactly what is no fee or what fees they are. And I just saw it down here. But let me just finish reading the summary here with you to highlight. It talks about free access to over 3,500 ABMs. If I remember correctly, Tangerine is actually a brand that is service or a part of Scotiabank. So I think that when they talk about free access to 3,500 plus ABM across Canada, they're talking about Scotiabank ABMs. But we'll go further. And here's the offer they have. If you switch your payroll deposits, you get $250. It's really important to read the fine print though, because often you have to have the account open for a certain amount of time, and there's maybe a minimum in terms of what your payroll deposit needs to be in order to achieve this. So as you try to make a decision about which account is best for you, I encourage you to read the fine print and figure out within your situation and context which one would be the maximum benefit for you. Okay, So it says, I'm just going to scroll down because it had a really nice chart at the bottom, and I was right. Tangerine is owned or operated by Scotiabank. So when they were talking about free access to 3,500 ABMs, those are the Scotiabank ABMs or ATMs. All right. They also highlight the interest that they offer. Again, this is a checking account, so you really cannot expect to receive significant interest because it's focusing on being a no fee checking account where you can do your transactions and not incur those fees that other mainstream or traditional banks have charged you without having to maintain some balance. That's one of the beauties of these online or virtual banking options. It has a really great calculator here to show you if you are currently paying a monthly fee and you switch to them, how much that could save you. And those small things add up. So I really want to encourage you if you are paying fees for your everyday banking account, there is no need to be doing that now in this day and age. We have some really great options, Tangerine being one of them, that you can switch to, and you can get checks. You can because it's backed by one of the traditional banks. Also, you have access to multiple ABMs and lots of fees being waived. So here we get to the table where they show about the different fees that you get to skip by trying the Tangerine no fee checking account. So they say online daily banking. So if there's an app or if you're logging on online, there's no fee for that. Interact e-transfers are free. The first checkbook with 50 checks are free. So the first checkbook with 50 checks are free. Additional checkbooks are $50 each. You have one free stop payment per year, and after that, you're going to be charged $12.50. So if you sent a payment to an organization in error, you get one free stop payment, and if after that, they do charge you a fee. You get a free ATM or ABM card and a free replacement card at that. Uh, for drafts that you might want to do, for example, if you're purchasing a property and you're required to create a draft to finalize that transaction, you can still do it with Tangerine, and they charge you $10 for that. So there are fees. I think the key thing to think about with these virtual and online banking options that are no fee is really focused on being no fee for the regular um, transactions. They do charge a non-sufficient fund. So if you write a check and you don't have enough money to cover that in the account, they will still charge you an NSF fee, and that's $45. Any deposits or withdrawals from their own ABMs, it is free. If you choose to use other ABMs, so you go to use an ABM at a gas station, not only will that ABM charge you a fee, but Tangerine will also charge you their fee, which is $1.50. So if it's an ABM within Canada, it's $1.50. It's an ABM outside of Canada and worldwide, you still be able to use the card. But again, Tangerine will charge you $3, and those ABMs also usually charge their own fee. So you're going to be paying two fees. They do offer foreign currency conversion, and they talk about their spread there as 2.5% added to the exchange rate that is being offered. So overall, as I said, I've banked with Tangerine before. They have a welcome offer here. If you switch your payroll deposits, you get $250. I'm just going to scroll down. What exactly does that mean? Just so we can know what the details are. So it says if you move your paycheck to Tangerine checking account for 2 consecutive months, then they will give you the $250. Usually it takes up to 30 days after you've done that move and you've gotten the the paycheck deposited. I'm just looking to see if there's any minimums. And here we go. So it defines what they mean by payroll, qualifying transactions. So it could also include pensions, employment insurance, old age security, CPP, workman's compensation, um, income security benefits. So payroll, in their sense, is not like a job payroll. It's basically any consistent income that you're getting from these different programs or types of incomes that qualify. It also says that your payroll direct deposit has to at least be $200 per month. I was figuring there was going to be a minimum because if they're giving you $250 after you do this for 2 months, they're not going to allow you to say deposit $50 a month and qualify for that. When would you get the $250? It says here in a month after you've met the criteria, which is traditionally the case. All right. The next one that I want to review is Neo. So I don't know if you've seen this, but I've definitely seen that Neo has set up at some larger malls across Canada with booths to get the word out. I personally have only come across them maybe a year or two ago. I'm not sure how long they have been around, but they are definitely one of the newer contenders in this no fee banking option. What I've understood in terms of their no fee everyday banking option, it actually is what they say is a prepaid MasterCard. So they are based on the MasterCard platform, and rather than it being a credit card, you're depositing the money in advance and then using it, and so it's under the prepaid MasterCard functionality. So let's look at their checking plan. So I already am on the page and it shows again, no monthly fees, no minimum balance required, again, free everyday transactions. And they talk about earning cash back without a credit card. So for them, I don't see a welcome offer as yet, but they do show, for example, the more money that you have coming into the account, the higher cash back you get. And let's get into the detail there because does it have to be in and maintained, or is it just a volume of the deposits in each month? These are the details that I would encourage when you're looking at these accounts to be clear on. So when you understand your context, you can choose the best option for you. So I'm just scrolling down to see the fine print if I can quickly get to it to understand what they mean by deposits. So cashback earnings are subject to a monthly spend limit. After monthly spend limit is reached, subsequent purchases are not eligible for cashback. So not only So the other thing is not only to be clear about what they mean by volume of deposits, but they also talk about their cap. So once you hit that particular spend limit, you're not going to be receiving your cash back. There's a great tool here they have on their site that you can look and see how much you spend on average on the areas that they offer cash back, and you can see what um, what you would qualify for. And based on what I see here in terms of the everyday account balance, I think your cash back goes up the based on the balance you maintain in the account. So you can see they have 0, 1K, 3K, 5K, 10K. It quick says learn more, and I'm just going to see. So here on this page, it talks about the cash back um, caps. So here we have the Neo Money card, which I was telling you about, is based on a prepaid Mastercard, and they're showing you based on the balance that you maintain on average minimum every month. Here are the cash backs that you would qualify for. So it says basically if you basically have a variance balance and so it's under $1,000, then you're not going to get cash back on on and all the other things. But you'll get cash back on groceries up to $6,000, on gas up to $6,000. Once you're able to maintain a balance of $3,000 or more, then your cash back on others does kick in, and you get 0.5% on if you spend up to 10,000 on all else, and groceries, your cash back percent has gone up to 1.75 and up to 6,000, and same thing with gas. So this sounds like a pretty good contender. I don't see any welcome offer. Again, I'd encourage you still to Google and see if you see anything on someone's site that is still active or on another YouTube video that allows you to get a welcome offer. Um, so far, when I look at the upfront cash that Tangerine is given versus Neo, for the first year, if you are someone who isn't going to be able to maintain a balance of, say, $3,000 or more, to me right now, based on these two accounts that I have reviewed, Tangerine is ahead because just quickly doing the math, if you're maintaining um, zero, your balance fluctuates, and so you're not able to maintain a minimum of $1,000 in the account. Um, like maybe your spend volume is high or not, but let's say your spend volume is the picture of what they're saying here, and you're getting a monthly cash back of $10. Then times 12 months, that's $120. So to make even what you were doing with Tangerine, even before their small interest that they give you on your checking, you really need to be getting around $20 cash back a month consistently or more with Neo before you even break even, because $20 will give you 240. And if you remember, Tangerine was offering a 250 um, sign up bonus. That being said, going into year two, then the situation switches because now that bonus has ran its course, and you're into the next year, and there's very minimal interest that you're going to be getting from Tangerine. All right, let's look at the third contender, which is my bank. I absolutely love my PC Money account, and because I bank with PC, I can definitely share my code to allow you to benefit from signing up with them. It's I'll put the comment in the chat below. It usually is like you get $50, but I know sometimes they do a promo where they double it. And so if you're new and you sign up through my link, it's either going to be $50 or $100 depending on the timing that you watch this video. And I only get up to 3 referrals. So this video is going to be up, and anyone uses the link, you're going to get it. But my matching bonus for sharing it ends at 3. So I just want to be transparent there. I absolutely love PC, and I also want to be transparent about my bias. All right, so let's look at what they offer in terms of accounts. So aside from the welcome offer through using my link in my description, they offer incentives as you sign up for switching your payroll and various things. So let's look at that. So here you see, earn up to 200,000 PC Optimum points. So yeah, I should really step back and talk about their incentives. So the difference between PC Money account and the other two accounts that we talked about is that the PC Money account gives their rewards in PC Optimum points, and 1,000 PC Optimum points equals $1. So when you see them talking about earn up to 200,000 PC Optimum points, that's equivalent to $200. Now the caveat is that these PC Optimum points are only usable in stores and businesses that accept PC points. Lucky for us, that is a wide range of stores, and even in the stores that they accept them, for example, Loblaws or Maxis, they offer a wide range of products. Myself, I have always enjoyed shopping at Maxi and Superstore because one of the other great ways that I save money is I take advantage of their price match, which is if I live in Quebec, so I shop at Maxis, and they match Super C prices, Walmart, and a few other stores, Metro. But each Maxi will have a sign showing you which stores they match. They also match Giant Tiger. And so for me, rather than going across to all these different stores to get their deals, as long as the brand is available in Maxis, I'll just use my virtual flyer app, which is Flip, and I'll do that on another video. And I go into Maxi's, shop one time. They match all the prices for a maximum of up to 4 units of each item. Plus, I get whatever things they have on promotion, and I'm done and I go home. I love it. So for me, it's really easy to use those PC Optimum points. The other place that I use their PC Optimum points is with Esso and Mobile. Esso and Mobile are part of the PC Optimum points suite of businesses, and you can use the PC points there to purchase gas, or with Esso also to get a discount on your gas. And likewise, you earn PC Optimum points when you shop at Mobile or Esso. I'm just mentioning the brands that I know. So Maxi, Superstore, Loblaws, your independent grocers, No Frills, um, Esso, and Mobile. But you can go onto the PC Optimum site and see all the different brands that do allow you to use PC Optimums. And PC also has like um, a travel network. I've never used it, but I just know that you also have the ability to use these PC Optimum points while in other areas. So the special offer here is you can earn up to 200,000 PC Optimum points as your welcome offer. And let's just go over that. And then it talks about you can get up to $400 in average annual value. For me personally, I can testify that on a monthly basis, with just doing my basic banking, paying bills, getting my payroll deposited, I am earning strictly through having this PC money account an average of 20 to 30,000 PC Optimum points consistently a month, which is equivalent to $240 to $360. So close to what they're testifying in terms of a potential average annual value. So let's look at each of these offer details. I know when I signed up, there were very similar offers, and I took advantage of every single one. So for example, not only do I have my payroll being deposited, but I also have my mortgage coming out of my PC money account, and I get points for that. So let's open that. So it talks about you can earn 150,000 points when you set up a minimum of $1,500 in payroll or pension direct deposits for 3 consecutive months. So they're offering $150 basically worth of PC points if you set up from your payroll a minimum of 1,500. I know some companies allow you to split your payroll. So if you're a high income earner and you're like me, where you're like, all these banks are giving great offers, I want to try and see if I can get all of them. Well, you could have your employer send X number of dollars to the PC money account to qualify for theirs, and X number of dollars to Tangerine to qualify for theirs, and you win in both ways. The other way that you get the 200K PC Optimum Welcome offer, it talks about earning 50,000 points. So for your first 5 bills that you pay through the PC Money app or on their online, you are going to get 10,000 points each. So that's equivalent to $10, which means that every bill you pay, $50 or more, you're going to get $10 back worth in points. Now, what do? I've tested this. It just needs to be $50 or more. So I paid my credit card. I just made a credit card payment for $50 because that's the maximum return on this offer, because that's 1/5 of a return, which is 20%. What was the other thing that I did? I paid my utility bills. and I paid each of them at $50 sometimes because for some utility bills I didn't have a $50 owing, but I made sure to pay 1 month at $50, especially at this intro, to get that $10. Okay. So yeah, because I find with these offers to these virtual banks when you're paying your bills is a very small minimum if there is. So again, if you do multiple offers at the same time, you can pay the same bill across all platforms sometimes and still get the benefit. Um, I honestly don't encourage you to do too many multiple offers at a time because it gets busy, right? And you have to value your time and you got to think in the long run, do I actually want to keep this account? Because at the end of the day, these businesses are trying to attain and retain customers. And so to be in integrity and be in respect, I would say if you want to do multiple offers, go ahead, but then consider how long you plan to keep those accounts. So I know I shared with you earlier that I did this at a time when I was very tight for money, but even when I did that, I had and I kept those accounts, I think, for at least a year or something, just to, you know, these businesses are, there are businesses, and if it was my business, I'd want someone to consider my side. So that's what I did. All right, so that's the welcome offer. So that welcome offer that they are sharing is on top of whatever you'll get by using the link that I share in my description. Now, what other points, which is the ones I talk about that I earn from minimum $20 to up to $30 a month in points by using my card. Let's look at that. So it says up to $60 in PC Optimum points when you set up your payroll or pension. So you basically earn 5,000 points per month, but you can earn up to that. It really depends on the dollar value of your payroll deposit that's coming in. If I remember correctly, there's 2 tiers. Again, read the fine print. You also, every month, even after you join and you get that introductory offer, which gives you the 10,000 or $10 in points for your first 5 bills paid each. After that, every month you pay a bill, you will then get 1,000 PC points each time you pay a bill, which is basically equal to $5 a month for just paying 5 bills. I want to highlight that if you are a landlord like myself and you're accepting rents and your rents are coming by e-transfer, unfortunately, that does not qualify for the payroll or pension direct deposit with PC Money. So just a heads up there, they're looking for institutional deposits. It says here you can earn up to $80 in points annually when you use your card. So similar to Neo, they are giving you quote unquote cash back, but again, it's in points and the equivalent dollars. And finally, they just talk about in general you saving up to $200 just because you're no longer paying fees. So they talk and they add those up for $400 on average annual. But I can tell you, I have my payroll, I pay 5 bills a month with them, and I spend like I buy my groceries at Maxi's using their card or at Superstore, and I get points for transacting with that card. You get points any store that you use the card when you spend. And just on those 3 things, let alone I excluding me saving money because I'm not paying fees, I'm earning $20 to $30 worth in points, and I spend that every month. So I'll spend that saying to get 10 cents off my gas or get, apply it to my grocery bill. So this is to me as good as cash. All right. I think as well it talks about 1% at eligible stores, which is the Maxis and Superstore and whatnot. I think it's a higher percent for Shoppers Drug Mart. But again, just read the fine print. All right. So that is PC Money. I thought I had one other one that I was going to review, but I'm not seeing it here. Oh, here it is. So it's the EQ Bank. So far I've reviewed Tangerine, we've reviewed Neo, we've reviewed PC Money. And Tangerine was a little bit ahead compared to Neo because of their $250 sign up, $250 sign up. I personally, biased as I am, um, believe that PC Money is real good value, and I think it surpasses the Tangerine because they also have their $200 welcome bonus, $200 worth of points welcome bonus. Plus, if you use my code in my description, you're going to get an additional minimum 50,000 or $50 in points if you sign up and open up an account with them. So let's look at EQ Bank. So they have what they call a personal account, which is to be their no fee checking account version. I think I already had that open at that page, but I wanted to make sure I was on the right page. Okay, good. So it talks about with their account, it acts like a checking, but you can earn like savings. So this one, they have, I guess, a hybrid where it is a no fee checking account, but they do allow you to earn high interest as well. So let's look a bit further. I do not bank with EQ. I never have. Similar with Neo, I do not bank with Neo. I've never had. I have had experience with Tangerine and PC, so I can personally vouch for those offers being good and those banks offering great service. Okay, so it talks about 0 monthly fees plus free and unlimited Interact e-transfers, bill payments, and electronic fund transfers. So that's the same case for across, I would say, all these virtual banks. Then what's about this 4%? So it says you set up direct deposit for your pay and you get 2.5%. So it sounds like their interest is not necessarily based on the balance you keep, but the fact that you have set up your direct deposit for your pay, and then it says plus 1.75 bonus interest. So I wonder how long that interest lasts. So let's scroll down and see if we can get to the fine print on this one. This is a good catch here. It talks about certain accounts not being available in Quebec. So I just want to highlight that. I live in Quebec. I live in Gatineau, Quebec. And so this sounds as if it wouldn't, some of those accounts that they offer would not be eligible to me. So it says that you have to set up and direct deposit for your pay of $2,000 or more, and you'll earn that 4% interest within the first 2 weeks of the month following your first qualifying transaction. So you'll earn that 4% interest, and it doesn't say how long. Can existing eligible customers? Yes, once you qualify. Yeah, okay. So this is primarily hinged on you setting up your payroll with them. And that it seems to be when you look across all these virtual banks, you saw it in Tangerine, you saw it with PC, and you see it here with EQ. When you set up your payroll deposits to go in, that's where they reward you heavily for that. All right, so that's my review of 4 different banking options. I'm still a PC lover. I think it's amazing value for dollar. And I actually did a calculation, the accountant that I am, and I looked at my average balance, which is just over $1,000. I go up and down. And I said, given that I'm getting $20 to $30 back with an average balance of 1,000, it was 1,000 and something and change. What is my interest rate that I'm earning, right? And I was like, it was double digits. I was like, yay! So if you are an accountant like myself, I would encourage you to look at your contacts, compare and actually calculate the benefits you'd be getting back, be it cashback or PC points, and then look at your average balance that you'd be able to maintain to see, based on the cash that you'll be holding in that account, what's the real return on your money. And that can really help to crystallize things for you in terms of you making your choice. All right, so thanks so much for joining me this evening, and see you next Monday when I share another video.